guys, so today I'll be making high heel shoes for Barbie, but before we do, I wanted to show you some of the DIY shoes that I made before. These will be linked on the description box down below, so take a look. Now let's get started. First, I'll be using baking paper as well as tape, and we will cut a thin strip of baking paper and wrap the foot of the doll neatly with it. We will use tape at the top of the leg to secure it. Then, make the shape of the sole using the hot glue gun. When you're happy with the size of it, you can use baking paper to shape it. And then smooth it out using the gun. To make a heel, place a bit of glue on the baking paper and shape it before it hardens. Give it the desired shape using your scissors or using a nail clipper and attach it to the shoe. Remove the shoe from the doll's foot and shape it further using the nozzle of your gun. Spread the glue on the baking paper and place a second sheet of baking paper on top. Then, smooth it out using a pencil or scissors. Remove it from the baking paper and cut a thin strip. Attach this strip to the side of the shoe and use baking paper to smooth it out. Paint using several coats of nail polish. Using this hot glue method, you can make many different types of shoes, boots, ballet shoes, and even high heels for your dolls. Well, I hope that you enjoyed this video and I will see you on the next one. Bye! Hi, and welcome to simplekidscrafts.com. So today I'll be making shoes for Monster High dolls and Ever After High dolls. But you can use the same technique to make shoes for any doll. Because Monster High dolls have feet that are quite unusual, it is sometimes difficult to make shoes for them. So I'll start by recreating a wedge that is usually found in the shoes made for Monster High dolls. Draw the base of the foot onto a piece of paper. You can use any shape you want to do this. Then trace that shape onto a piece of baking paper. Place the paper face down and add hot glue. Use another piece of baking paper to flatten the design. Let it cool and remove from the baking paper and set aside. Cut a thin strip of baking paper. Place it in front of the foot, protecting the foot with the paper. Then wrap around the foot, reaching the ankles. Use tape to secure the paper around the ankles. Place glue on the heel of the doll. Then attach the sole that we made earlier. Wait about 30 seconds. Then again place glue on the heel, shaping the wedge. You can also use a piece of baking paper on the back as you're shaping the heel. When it cools, shape it further using scissors. Use the nozzle of your glue to smooth out the shoe and repair any imperfections. To make the straps, draw two thin parallel lines on the baking paper. Place it facing down and add glue. Use another piece of baking paper to flatten it. Then reshape it using scissors. And attach a strip to one side of the shoe. Use the baking paper again to flatten it. Place the shoe on the doll and position the strap and cut any excess. Then glue it to the other side using baking paper to fix it in place. Repeat for the second shoe. You can paint with several coats of nail polish or acrylic paint. You can also make different styles using different straps and gluing beads or plastic gems. I made 3 pairs of shoes, one for Cleo, one for Draculaura, and one for Claudine. These shoes allow your dolls to stand on their own and can be modified in many ways by adding different colors, beads, ribbons, and plastic gems. It takes a bit of practice, but with this technique you can make boots, open-toe shoes, Hi guys, on today's video I will be making ballet shoes for Barbie, but you can use the same technique to make shoes for any other dolls. To start, we will trace the foot of the doll onto a piece of paper. Extend the corners of the tip a little bit longer than the foot. Then, trace onto a piece of baking paper. Place the paper face down. Optional, if your doll has flat feet, you can also trace the soles. With the side of paper facing down, put hot glue only on the outline for the top of the shoe. Remove the glue after it cools. Then glue the tips at an angle. Set aside and then cut thin strips of baking paper. Place a strip in front of the foot, protecting the foot with the paper. Then wrap around, reaching the ankle. Use tape to secure the paper around the ankle. Place the top of the shoe that we made earlier on the doll's foot and hold tightly against the foot. Slowly put glue on the bottom of the foot. Wait until the glue dries while holding it. After the glue dries, remove the shoe and cut any excess. Use the nozzle of the glue gun to smooth out and repair any imperfections. And try the shoes on the doll. Repeat for the second shoe. Then, use several coats of nail polish or acrylic paint. I made 2 shoes today. This is my first try, and these are the ones that I made on my second try. The tighter you hold the shoes while gluing the sole, the better the results will be. The next step is optional. You can add a ribbon buckle at the back of the shoe by making a little loop with ribbon and gluing it to the back. For the front lace, measure 3 times the length of the leg of your doll and cut in half. Glue at an angle on the sides of the shoe. Then place the shoe on the doll and start tying away. And here are the finished shoes. It takes a bit of practice, but with Welcome to simplekidscrafts.com. How to make hot glue doll boots. We will start by tracing both sides of the doll's leg on a piece of baking paper. Fill in the gaps on the drawing. Wrap the doll's leg in baking paper and secure at the top with a piece of tape. Place a paper you drawn earlier facing down. Fill in the gaps with hot glue. Place another sheet of baking paper at the top and smooth out with a pencil. Before it cools off completely, place it on the doll's leg and shape it. After it cools, remove the baking paper from the doll's leg. Glue the back in place and cut any excess. You can shape it further by using the nozzle of your glue gun. To make the shoe at the end of the boot, shape a piece of baking paper into a shoe. It should have a spike on it. Make sure that the shape of the shoe has the shape of a real shoe for Barbie. Cover with baking paper. Secure at the top with a piece of tape. Place the shoe inside of the boot and slowly place glue on the top of the shoe. Let it cool and repeat again until you have the desired shape. Then remove the aluminum foil from the bottom. And cut any excess. Place a glue on the baking paper, then place the shoe on top of the glue. Wait until it cools and cut any excess. Shape further using the nozzle of your glue gun. Then paint. And here is my first try at making boots. You can also make shorter boots, paint, and decorate them using plastic gems, beads, or ribbon. And here's my second try. The more you practice, the better your boots will come out. Well, I hope that you enjoyed this video and I will see you on the next one. And don't forget to subscribe to see more videos from my channel.